Hello children, welcome to the geography class. Today in this session we are going to learn about the tropical deciduous forest, the tropical desert forest, the littoral forest and the mountain forest. So let's get started. Now let's learn about tropical deciduous forest. These forests are the most typical forest of the monsoon region. Hence, they are also known as monsoon forest and are most widespread in India. The tropical deciduous forest cover much larger area than the tropical evergreen forest. It grows mainly in those areas where the average annual rainfall is between 70 cm and 200 cm with a distinct dry season. On the basis of the availability of water, the tropical deciduous forests are further divided into the moist deciduous and the dry deciduous forest. Now let's discuss about the moist deciduous forest. Such forests are found in the areas with moderate or low rainfall of 100 cm to 200 cm. And the mean annual temperature of 24 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity of 50 to 80%. Distribution of the moist deciduous forest. These forests occur in the northeastern part of the peninsula, along the foothills of Himalayas and eastern slopes of the Western Ghats. They occupy a seizable area in Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and have an area bigger than the evergreen forests. Following are the characteristic features of the moist deciduous forest. The trees in these forests shed their leaves. The trees in the moist deciduous forest normally shed their leaves from 6 to 8 weeks during the spring and the early summer when the shortage of water is acute. Further, the subsoil water is not enough for the trees to keep their leaves all the year around. A particular species can be found over a large tract of area. Commercially exploited. The trees in the moist deciduous forest are commercially important and provide valuable timber and many other useful products. These forests have open stretches. The moist deciduous forests have open stretches where grasses grow due to enough sunlight on the ground. These forests have also suffered due to overcutting, grazing, fires, etc. Following are the varieties of trees. The common trees of such a forest are sal, arjun, teak, shisham, mahua and mulberry. Now let's learn about dry deciduous forest. These forests are found in the areas having annual rainfall of 70 cm to 100 cm and a mean annual temperature of 23 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity between 51 to 58%. Following are the characteristics of the dry deciduous forest. These forests thrive between moist and tropical desert forest. On the wetter margins, these forests have a transition into moist deciduous, while on the drier margins they degrade into thorn forests. During the dry season, these forests shed their leaves and give the forest a look of a vast grassland with naked trees. Distribution of the dry deciduous forest. These forests are found in the rainier part of the Peninsula Plateau and the plains of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Variety of trees. The common trees of these forests are teak, tindu, sal, bel, rosewood, etc. Economic value. The trees of these forests provide timber, fruits and other useful products. Large tracts of these forests have been cleared for agricultural purposes. Now let's learn about the tropical desert forest. It is also known as tropical thorn forest. These forests are found in the areas which receives rainfall less than 50 centimeter. The mean annual temperature ranges between 25 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius and has a humidity below 47%. Following are the characteristic features of the tropical desert forest. The vegetation in the tropical desert forest is mainly thorny trees and bushes. That means these forests have xerophytic vegetation. The trees which have adapted themselves to survive in the drought-like condition and are called as xerophytes. For example, the acacia or babul trees. No tall trees. There are no tall trees due to the shortage of moisture and low relative humidity. Remain leafless. Most of the plants remain leafless for a major part of the year. There are large patches of coarse grasses and the entire region has scrub vegetation. The trees are scattered and have long roots which can penetrate into the soil to reach the underground water. The trees have thick bark and small thick leaves which can reduce evaporation or transpiration. Distribution of tropical thorny forest or desert forest. These forests are chiefly distributed in southwestern Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, central and eastern Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Now let's learn about the littoral forest. These forests are found in wet marshy areas, in deltas, in tidal or other swampy areas and along the sea coast. These forests are also known as mangrove or tidal forest. The dense littoral forests occur in the tidal creek and the coastal area which are prone to the tidal waves. Following are the characteristic features of littoral forest. The littoral forests have mostly evergreen species with varying density and height. They are usually associated with wetness. The main trunk of the tree is supported by stilt-like roots which mostly remains underwater. The roots of the mangrove trees are exposed during low tide but are submerged in water during high tide. They have profuse growth with tangle of climbers, which is an adaptation for the survival in the soft and shifting mud. The trees in the littoral forest can be about 30 meters tall and have special breathing roots called pneumatophores. Because of waterlogged condition, the roots are deprived of oxygen during high tides. So, some mangrove roots extend vertically above the ground. These vertical roots have pores which enables the tree to breathe when the other roots remain submerged under the water during high tide. Variety of trees found in littoral forests. The common trees are Kiora, Amur, Bhara, screw pines, Sundari trees, and etc. The delta region of Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers is called Sundarbans, which is covered with Sundari trees. Distribution of littoral forest. These forests are chiefly found in the regions of the Ganga and Brahmaputra delta, the islands of Andaman and Nicobar, West Bengal, and it is also found in the deltas of the Mahanadi, the Godavari, and the Krishna. Following are the economic value of littoral forest. Mangrove trees are utilized for fuel, whereas Sundari trees provide hard, durable, and strong timber which is used for boat making and also for the construction purposes. Next, we will learn about mountain forest. Mountain forest can be defined as forest on land with an elevation or altitude between 1000 meter to 4000 meter above the sea level. It is also called as montane forest. These forests are found in the region having the annual rainfall of 100 centimeter and 300 centimeter, with mean annual temperature of 12 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity of 56 to 65%. The natural vegetation in the mountains is influenced more by temperature than by humidity or rainfall. The temperature of the atmosphere decreases with increase in height above the sea level. Thus, the mountain forest in India can be divided into two groups, that is, the northern mountains and the southern mountains. The northern mountains. The northern mountains include the Himalayas and the associated ranges. The eastern Himalayas are closer to the Tropic of Cancer than the western Himalayas. The southern slope of Himalayas receive more heat than the northern slope of Himalayas. The southern mountain forest. In the Peninsular India, the mountain forests are found in three distinct regions, such as the Western Ghats, the Vindhyas, and the Nilgiri Hills. All these regions are close to the Tropic of Cancer, and the height of these hills are about 1500 meter above the sea level. Distribution of mountain forest. These forests are found in the Himalayan ranges, the Vindhyas, the Nilgiris, and the Western Ghats. Now let's see what type of vegetation we have in the mountainous region. These forests contain mixed species of broad-leaved evergreen trees and conifers. They also contain scrubs, creepers, and ferns. At the foothills of the Himalayas, deciduous forests are found. At an altitude of 1000 meter to 2000 meter, there are moist deciduous or temperate forests. In the hilly areas of West Bengal and Uttarakhand, evergreen broadleaf trees like chestnut and oak are found. Between the altitude of 1500 meter and 1750 meter, coniferous trees are found. In these regions, trees are of cone-shaped or needle-shaped, hence they are known as coniferous trees. At higher altitude, alpine forest and alpine grass up to the snow line are found. Beyond the snow line, no vegetation is found. Only barren rocks are found in the snow line. The important trees found in these forests include magnolia, laurel, cinchona, wattle, jamun, plum, and etc.